What's going on YouTube? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we're going to be talking about my very first front flipper. This is the Civivi Exarch. Great little knife. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. All right, today we're going to be talking about this guy. This is the Civivi Exarch. A lot of you guys might look at this and be like, hey, this looks awfully familiar. Well, it's because this knife is a front flip version of the Chronic, I believe. Civivi has another knife that is a regular flipper that is called the Chronic. This one is the Exarch, which is a front flipper. This is my very first front flipper, and I was trying to decide which one I wanted to pick up to try out, and everybody, I've seen a lot of videos and some reviews on this guy, and everybody said this one was pretty easy to front flip, and I was like, okay. So I went ahead and picked it up. Now, if you've never used a front flipper, it does takes getting used to, because when I first got this out of the box and started to do it, I was not able to. It takes a little bit of practice, but I love fidgety knives and things that you have to learn like that, so I enjoyed doing so. Now, I can pretty reliably front flip this thing, and it is so much fun. This particular one, the Exarch, does have G10 handles, and they do come in a few different colors. I don't have many colorful knives, so I did choose the blue version. I just wanted to be a little bit different. They have it, I think, in a gray and a black, which look really, really good. This G10 is very well done. It's got chamfering on the sides. Nothing sharp. It's got a really good grippiness to it, but not too over the top. You know, there's the Civivi logo, which I really like. It does have a lanyard style hole back here that is not obtrusive to the pocket clip, which is very much appreciated. The pocket clip is a deep carry, so the carry on this guy is pretty good because it is such a slim design. This is, I believe, just designed to be kind of like a gentleman's carry. Very sleek, thin knife that you can carry in your pocket and just kind of forget about, which I like. You guys know I like a lot of big knives, but there are some times when you need just a small, which this is not really a small front flipper. They make much smaller front flippers, but I believe with my big old hands that this one is just about the perfect size for me. This one in particular is in D2 steel. It's got a drop point and a hollow grind, so very useful blade shape and design. It is pretty slicey. I really enjoyed it since I've had it, started carrying it. The grinds are real good. Civivi does a really great job. As most of you guys know, it's the budget brand of Wee knives. So I really, really like Civivi. I've had good experiences with them as far as their fit and finish coming from that factory. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. We'll do our usual. This is the PM2, Spyderco PM2, and then the Para 3. You can see that the Para 3 is, as far as overall length, is pretty close to the Para 3. Obviously, carry profile is just a little bit better in the pocket because of the design of the Spyderco Para 3 and PM2. As you can see, the much thinner profile. So let's do a couple of other ones. These are a couple of other gentleman folders that I have. This is one that is on the budget side as well. This is the CRKT CEO, and with that pocket clip, it doesn't really want to sit flat. But as you can see, as far as carry, CEO is maybe just a little bit thinner. Blade length is about the same. It's a little bit thinner, this way, but very nice. This one is about $40, and the Civivi is about $49. And just kind of, if I had to pick between these two again, I would totally go with the Civivi. This one has a thumb stud, but it's not the easiest to flick out, and it's just still a great knife, and I still use it. But if I had to pick between these two, I would definitely pick the Civivi. The other gentleman's carry knife that I have here is the Spyderco Akuchi, and it is pretty similar. to the Exarch. You can see as far as overall length, the Akuchi is a little bit longer. This one has a Persian style swoop blade, so I do like the blade shape and design more on the Civivi than I do the Akuchi. I do love the Akuchi, and it is a great knife, but this one has just a little bit more of a utility style blade. The overall length of this knife is about 7 inches, 330 thousandths long. You've got a blade length of 3 inches and 220 thousandths. You have a blade width of about 0.62, blade thickness of about 120 thousandths. So you can see it's not super thin, but it's a lot thinner than, say, your PM2 blade. PM2 is about 150 thousandths. So, and on this hollow grind, really does a good job making it relatively thin behind the edge and making this a really good slicer. Let's go ahead and get a weight on this guy with the D2 and G10 handles. See what we're coming in at. 2.6 ounces. So nice weight to it. I think, lightweight. It's G10 and steel, so it's not going to be super light, but very, very good for, I think, EDC, especially as a gentleman's carry, taking this in the office. But the real reason I like this knife is this front flipper. Golly, this is so much fun to just sit there and flip. It's just different than all the other knives that I have. And so I know that I will be getting more front flippers in the future, because this is so much fun to play with. Now, as far as Civivi, this is running on bearings, like a lot of Civivis are. So the action is really, really good. They have some chamfering around the blade edge on the top. No sharp edges there. The liners to the G10 handles work really well. They're fitted really well. Everything, there absolutely is no blade play. So Civivi does a great job. I know a lot of folks are just like, don't buy anything from a Chinese manufacturer. I totally get it. I am a patriot. But there are some knives that I already have and that I have already purchased from WE and Civivi that are not made it here yet before this whole thing happened. And I'm not really one of those to just write them off all the way. I'm here to review knives and let you guys know what is good, what is bad, and it includes those particular manufacturers. Now, that being said, I am a patriot. America first. Definitely buy American made first, in my opinion. But you will see still some Civivi and WE knives, some Tucson's and stuff like that on this channel. It's just it's inevitable. If you have a knife channel, you're gonna get some of those knives and review them to let the people know. Guys, this is about it for this knife. I can recommend it. I really recommend it if you're looking for your first front flipper. This is my first, and I really enjoy it. I can't compare it to any other front flippers because I just don't have them here to do that with. But if I can front flip this thing pretty repeatably, but just a little bit of practice, you guys can too. I have large hands, and some of the smaller ones I felt like I was gonna fumble with that a little bit, but because this thing is the size that it is, I am able to do it without a problem. So very, very fun for 49 bucks. I think it's well worth it. I got this one from Blade HQ, I believe. So go check them out. Guys, if you like this kind of content, I'm just here to do short overviews for knives, kind of let you know my thoughts. I love knives. I'm a knife collector. So many great YouTube channels out there, guys, to go and watch. If you like this kind of stuff, definitely check out Big Bore Knife and Gear. Check out Bearded Gear. Check out Metal Complex, Nick Shabazz, all those guys. There's so many other ones that I can't just go and list all of them, but these channels are such a great community. If you like this kind of stuff, definitely go check them out. If you like this, hit the like button and subscribe. We've got a lot more coming, and we will see you in the next one.